Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel English Learner. Today we are going to do some English literature 50 most important questions that were asked in the previous year exams of KVS, NVS, UGC NET and state level PGT English exam. So let's begin with the first question. Shakespeare dedicated his youthful poems Venus and Adonis and Lucrece to the Earl of Southey, the Earl of Southampton, the Earl of Surrey, or the Earl of Saxony? The answer is the Earl of Southampton. In which play of Shakespeare do we find these lines? There needs no ghost, my lord, come from the grave to tell us this. King Lear, Macbeth, Hamlet, or Henry IV? The answer is Hamlet. Mulk Raj Anand, about one of his female characters, says, Gauri is my tribute to Indian womanhood. In which novel does Gauri appear? The Road, The Old Women and the Cow, Untouchable, The Sword and the Sickle? The answer is The Old Women and the Cow. Which of the following is not the writer of either Hamlet or Don Quixote? Ben Jonson, Shakespeare, Cervantes, or none of these? The answer is Ben Jonson. The suffragette movement was most active in the early 20th century, mid 20th century, late 20th century, or none of these? The answer is early 20th century. The statement, others abide our question, thou art free, refers to John Milton, Edmund Spenser, Christopher Marlowe, or Shakespeare? The answer is Shakespeare. Who wrote an essay on criticism? Dryden, Pope, Johnson, or Swift? The answer is Pope. Poetry is a spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings, was stated by Coleridge, Wordsworth, Shelley, or Keats? The answer is Wordsworth. The phrase negative capability was coined by Wordsworth, Keats, Coleridge, or Arnold? The answer is Keats. Who wrote The Rape of the Lock? Dryden, Pope, Milton, or Swift? The answer is Pope. The metaphysical conceit is associated with Wordsworth, Donne, Pope, or Gray? The answer is Donne. The Waste Land was written by Ezra Pound, T.S. Eliot, W.B. Yeats, or Auden? The correct answer is T.S. Eliot. The concept of objective correlative is associated with Wordsworth, Arnold, T.S. Eliot, or Coleridge? The answer is T.S. Eliot. To strive, to seek, to find, or not to yield occurs in The Lotus Eaters, Ulysses, In Memoriam, or Maud? The answer is Ulysses. The mythical method was popularized by Eliot, Joyce, Pound, or Yeats? The answer is Eliot. Who wrote Pride and Prejudice? Charlotte Bronte, Emily Bronte, Jane Austen, or George Eliot? The answer is Jane Austen. Kubla Khan is a poem by Wordsworth, Coleridge, Keats, or Shelley? The answer is Coleridge. The term stream of consciousness is linked with Romanticism, Realism, Modernism, or Classicism. The answer is Modernism. Who wrote Waiting for Godot? Sartre, Beckett, Ionesco, or Brecht? The answer is Beckett. The Second Sex was written by Elaine Showalter, Simone de Beauvoir, Judith Butler, or Virginia Woolf? The answer is Simone de Beauvoir. A Room of One's Own was written by Simone de Beauvoir, Virginia Woolf, Kate Millett, or Mary Wollstonecraft? The answer is Virginia Woolf. The Romantic Revival began with Wordsworth, Lyrical Ballads, Keats, or Coleridge? The answer is Lyrical Ballad. The father of modernism is often considered Yeats, Eliot, Joyce, or Pound? The answer is Joyce. Who wrote Dr. Faustus? William Shakespeare, Ben Jonson, Christopher Marlowe, or John Webster? The answer is Christopher Marlowe. Who is the author of The Faerie Queene? Milton, Chaucer, Edmund Spenser, or Sidney? The answer is Edmund Spenser. Who wrote The Prelude? Coleridge, Wordsworth, Shelley, or Keats? The answer is Wordsworth. Ode to a Nightingale was written by Shelley, John Keats, Wordsworth, or Byron? The answer is John Keats. Who is the author of Prometheus Unbound? Wordsworth, Keats, Percy Bysshe Shelley, or Byron? The answer is Shelley. Who wrote The Mayor of Casterbridge? Charles Dickens, Thomas Hardy, George Eliot, or Charlotte Bronte? The answer is Thomas Hardy. Ulysses was written by Virginia Woolf, D.H. Lawrence, James Joyce, or T.S. Eliot? The answer is James Joyce. Who wrote Mrs. Dalloway? George Eliot, Virginia Woolf, Emily Bronte, or Jane Austen? The answer is Virginia Woolf. Things Fall Apart was written by Ngugi wa Thiong'o, Chinua Achebe, Walt Soyinka, or Nadine Gordimer? The answer is Chinua Achebe. Who wrote 100 Years of Solitude? Pablo Neruda, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Octavio Paz, or Jorge Luis Borges? The answer is Gabriel Garcia Marquez. The Guide was written by Mulk Raj Anand, R.K. Narayan, Raja Rao, or Ruskin Bond? The answer is R.K. Narayan. Who is the author of Coolie? R.K. Narayan, Mulk Raj Anand, Raja Rao, or Salman Rushdie? The answer is Mulk Raj Anand. Cry, the Peacock was written by Anita Desai, Arundhati Roy, Kamla Das, or Shashi Deshpande? The answer is Anita Desai. Who wrote The Shadow Lines? Vikram Seth, Salman Rushdie, Amitav Ghosh, or Arundhati Roy? The answer is Amitav Ghosh. The God of Small Things was written by Anita Desai, Arundhati Roy, Kiran Desai, or Jhumpa Lahiri? The answer is Arundhati Roy. Structuralism is associated with Derrida, Ferdinand de Saussure, Foucault, or Roland Barthes? The answer is Ferdinand de Saussure. The romantic poet most associated with nature is Byron, Wordsworth, Keats, or Shelley? The answer is Wordsworth. The Augustan poet known for heroic couplet was Milton, Alexander Pope, Wordsworth, or Tennyson? The answer is Alexander Pope. The modernist poet known for fragmentation is Arnold, T.S. Eliot, Pope, or Wordsworth? The answer is T.S. Eliot. Jean-Francois Lyotard is associated with Romanticism, Structuralism, Postmodernism, or Classicism? The answer is Postmodernism. Ellen Showalter is associated with Structuralism, Feminist criticism, Marxism, or Postmodernism? The answer is Feminist criticism. Edward Said is associated with Structuralism, Feminism, Post-colonial theory, or Modernism? The answer is Post-colonial theory. John Donne is known as a Romantic poet, Metaphysical poet, Augustan poet, or Modernist poet? The answer is Metaphysical poet. John Webster is associated with Romantic drama, Jacobean drama, Victorian drama, or modern drama? The answer is Jacobean drama. Charles Dickens belongs to the Romantic age, Victorian age, modern age, or Restoration age? The answer is Victorian age. Samuel Beckett is known for Romantic drama, theatre of the absurd, classical tragedy, or Victorian realism? The answer is theatre of the absurd. Dr. Samuel Johnson is associated with Romantic criticism, modern criticism, neoclassical criticism, or structuralism? The answer is neoclassical criticism. The second wave of feminism emerged in the 18th century, 19th century, 1960s, or Renaissance? The answer is 1960s. Binary opposition is a concept of Romanticism, Modernism, Structuralism, or Classicism? The answer is Structuralism. Order and decorum are the traits of Romanticism, Modernism, Postmodernism, or Neoclassicism? The answer is Neoclassicism. So this was all about important MCQs which were asked previously in the state level NVS, KVS, and UGC NET exams. If you all have liked the content, like the video, subscribe the channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends. You can pin down the comment if you want some another video on some important writers on the content coming in KVS and NVS exam.